What's going on, everyone? John here. Listen, I want to share with you the dark side of affiliate marketing and lead generation. I'm actually coming to you from just outside of Playa del Carmen in Mexico at Hotel Excate Arte, one of the nicest places I've ever stayed. And it's actually because of lead generation, affiliate marketing, and pay-per-call that I've actually have the privilege to be here enjoying this. So I just want to share with you a couple of things that you may not know and maybe reasons why you won't want to get into the industry or you might want to get out. And it's funny, I actually got the idea to do this video as I'm out here enjoying myself and just thinking about, wow, I've worked my butt off the last year. I now have the privilege to come and do really cool things like this, stay at amazing places, just have these incredible experiences. It's funny, the idea of this video actually just kind of came about as I'm here enjoying myself and just really reflecting on the last 1 to 2 years I've been doing this, and it got me thinking about the negatives of the business that we're in with lead generation, pay-per-call, affiliate marketing, if you want to call it that. And I want to share some of those things with you if you've been thinking about getting into this business, or if you have been in this business and you've been dealing with these, maybe some ideas of how to problem solve them. Okay, so the first thing that you have to be aware of is that in this business, it is always possible that you may not get paid for the work you do. I've dealt with this recently. I actually had someone that may still pay me, but they owe me a significant amount of money and they didn't follow through on their promise. And part of that's on me because I didn't ask for a prepayment with a direct buyer. But nonetheless, it is possible you just may not get paid for the work you do. I've also heard horror stories of people that broker traffic. They basically resell the leads, they resell the calls, and they had someone that did pay them in advance, but what happened was they actually did a reversal with their bank, and it wasn't a credit card payment, it was an ACH, like a direct bank payment, and they reversed over $100,000 of charges for work that was delivered from my friend, right? So just be aware, the first thing you need to know is you may not get paid sometimes. Often people will follow through, most people will pay. Just be aware that it could happen to you. Second thing you should realize is if you're what's called an affiliate or a publisher in this space, is that you're probably getting underpaid, right? Because often you're going to be selling your leads, your calls, your traffic is going to actually be going to brokers or networks. And the thing you have to understand is unless you want to be in the business of managing clients, managing your direct buyers, the direct insurance firms, direct attorney firms, the ones that are actually monetizing the leads, right? By that I mean they're selling to them. You're probably selling to someone that's selling to them. But what most people don't realize is you're actually selling to a broker who then sells to another broker, who then sells to another broker, who might even sell to one more broker, and then that broker will sell to the direct buyer, the insurance company, the attorney, whoever that lead is for to sell to the client end, right? So there's a very good chance that someone is taking multiple cuts off of the pie before you get your slice. So what that means is maybe that end buyer, that insurance company, is paying $50 or $100 for that lead, but you're only seeing $20 or $30. That's because all these other people in between you and that buyer have taken their cut. Now, is this right? Is this wrong? In some ways, yes. In some ways, no. Because the thing that I found is a lot of affiliates or publishers don't actually want to deal with clients. They want to just run ads. And if that's the case, the value they're providing is the lead, is the traffic. They're not managing the client relationship, managing payment collections, managing quality control, all those things that come with actually dealing with client work. So just be aware, if you're just going to be an affiliate, you can do very well in that role. Just you're probably not getting as much of the pie as you would like, okay? And you have to be okay with that unless you're willing to sign up for the other work, the brokering, the hunting for deals, the hunting for buyers. There's a lot of work that goes into this stuff, and most people don't realize it. But there's also a lot of people that are very greedy in between you, the affiliate, the publisher, the traffic source, and the end buyer. So there's a lot of cuts being taken before you get your cut. So just be aware of that and know what you're signing up for. Now, something else you got to be aware of is obviously, there's negatives and positives every type of business in every industry that you could work in, right? Something positive, just as a spin to this, is in this business, your margins are typically huge compared to other industries, right? So even e-commerce, where at scale, you're usually looking at 10 to 20% on the low end, maybe 20 to 30% if you have something really special, and that's at scale, 6, 7 figures, right? In this business, you could see margins of 50% or more. It's very possible, very realistic, and that's at scale. I've experienced this myself. I've had a lot of success in the fitness and then also in the e-commerce space before this. And what I've seen in the last 2 years in lead generation and pay-per-call, the margins are massive. Some days you're doubling your money. You're spending a couple $1,000, you're getting a couple $1,000 in profit, which is just insane to think about. But actually, the most important thing you have to realize is that not all buyers are created equal. Whether that means you're working directly with a end buyer, if you're working with a broker, if you're working with a network, you're going to be dealing with people with personalities, with different challenges, okay? Some are not going to be very good at working the leads you sell to them. So what does that mean? That means you're going to send them a bunch of leads, whether they prepay or they postpay, and some people are going to be super happy and everything's going to be easy, almost too easy, where it's literally like you're just managing your ads, maintaining your cost per lead, and you're making a bunch of money. And this has happened multiple times to me. And it's sometimes gets me a little bit nervous because on the other side, you have buyers that are absolute nightmares, buyers that will make your life literally a living hell if you let them, because it's all about what you allow, especially in this space. People will take whatever they can get from you. So you have to just understand that if you work with the wrong kinds of buyers, with buyers that are really demanding, buyers that ask for everything, buyers that the second that they don't have a consistent day on their end with the percentage of leads that pick up the phone or that respond, or if the quote unquote quality drops, they make your life miserable. Those are the buyers you don't want to work with. So it's great that you have obviously this high margin business. It's super scalable, especially if you work with, insurance or attorneys or whatever offers you decide to run. But the reality is that you will have to problem solve the side of the customer, right? Someone becomes your customer one way or another. You either work for your customers directly or you work for someone else that works for the customer. Okay, this is how life works. This is how business works, right? You just have to choose your problems. So what I find is a lot of guys, like I said, in this space, they don't want to deal with the people. They want to literally just run the ads, and that's cool. It just know, like I said before, you're going to deal with getting brokered out, essentially, right? So you're going to have someone else taking a bigger piece of the pie that also gives someone else a piece of the pie that also gives someone else a piece of the pie of your pie that you're generating, right? And if you work more direct, you obviously get a bigger cut, but you have other problems that you need to solve. So just ask yourself what types of problems you want to solve, what types of problems you want to work on, and that's going to really give you the answer of what you need to decide for yourself to do in this business, whether you want to be just the guy behind the computer optimizing CPLs, or do you want to get more involved up the chain, working directly with buyers where there is more money, just more problems to deal with. But in all honesty, I believe it's a better way of doing this business, okay? So make sure to like and subscribe if you got something from this video. Obviously, feel free to ask any questions you have. I'm putting out a lot of content, a lot of tips, tricks, strategies, hacks, everything related to running ads, lead generation, and pay-per-call, and also showing really cool travels like this, hanging out in Cancun, so, and other places we're going to be going to. But nonetheless, leave me a comment below if there's anything you need help with, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.